So I've had this workbench for many, many years. It's about 7 foot long. Solid steel frame. I mean, really clutch. At my, basically it ended up being Sebastian's vise over here, but my vise, and I have a little homemade metal bender, metal brake that I put together. I had it right here. Anyway, with the new truck, just takes up too much room. It's a 1.5 feet longer than my old truck. And anyway, I'm gonna have to shrink this table. So I need to cut off as much as I could because I had to take these brackets off here. Like this is made out of some kind of latching. I want to say it was from a conveyor system. But anyway, I had to cut some off, the plywood underneath. So let's get it cut off. 5 inches off one side and almost 4 inches on the other side. And now trimming the metal off one side here. This is a nice cap on there. So I cut 1 inch long, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same sort of thing over here, bend it down, and let's put tape here to keep the edges tight. I mean, I have these things here too for the little one, fit on those corners. Little one's head is just he's getting taller now, but he was right around this height for a long time. Anyway, all right, here we go. Let's get this done. I'm using this Black & Decker. Can you believe that? Somebody gave me that. I don't know who it was, but I had an old Craftsman that gave up its ghost a few years back, and then somebody bought me this. Working out pretty nice. Let me tell you something. They gave me this with it. That's been a lifesaver. Those Bauer blades are pretty nice. All right, talk to you later. So last time I cut a diagonal and just kind of, not a diagonal, but cut it at the corner and just kind of bent both pieces down. And that kind of served me well over the years. I mean, it hasn't been, I was thinking about doing a little different thing this time, but cutting here, bending down and folding this one over and then tacking it with a screw to hold it in place. So you always had a kind of a softer corner here than what I had here. I mean, that I've knocked it down and filed it many times over the years, but I don't know, maybe I'll go on YouTube and see how to make a proper corner, but I don't know if I have time for that. I mean, this seems legit to just do it like this and tape it up and you're okay, but I might try to fold it. We'll see. Okay, so I went ahead and cut it like this. This one I went a little deeper. I'm gonna try this one. I should try this one first. It's more cut. I can cut the other one first. I don't know, I'm gonna start bending this down along this edge here. I mean, I kind of have a nice break point there with that 3/4 inch plywood, but I got some wide mouth vice grips. I can just start creasing it and tap it along the edge there. I'm not going to heat it up. I think I'll be all right just tapping it. Oh, this is what I'm ended up going to do. I got a Cobalt Milwaukee. I think this is Craftsman. Yeah, Craftsman set of ply. What do we call it? Vice grips around here. A couple of pretty stiff bars here. One on top, one on bottom. And I'm going to see if I can't start to bend it properly. my little homemade break here. Okay, so I'm gonna, like we did before, just run some tape on there. I can actually put some of that solder in there, fill it up, or some JB Weld or something if I really wanted to clean it up. But I'm okay with that. Taping the pads. I ended up taking 8.5 off the bench, but I still have just a little over 5 foot working area. I'm gonna put my brake back on here. Drill a couple holes. I got my vise, Sebastian's vise put back on here. It's a good level for him right now, working level. It's a quality Colombian vise. You want to go eat at the block? Yeah. Okay, well let me just wrap this up and we'll take off, okay? What do you got in your hand there? Who is that? No. That's Iron Man. You want me to hold you? Yes. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm really super ecstatic on how it turned out. Like I say, I ended up cutting 8.5 inches out of it. Still a full area workbench here. My new edge. I'm going to tape it up a little bit. Now I'll have this walkway here between my good stuff and my vehicles on this side. Just got to get this turned around. So there it is. That's how it's going to sit. I still got access back to the miter saw, which is the big deal, and I can kind of move things quickly and get back into this my setup for my wood area here. My bandsaw, and it all matches on the same plane there. I got my Widowmaker down there. That's actually, most of the stuff came out of my dad's shop. I mean, my dad had a cabinet making shop, and after he retired, he's just making cabinets. He had all this stuff in there. I mean, I ran this thing. This shaper is a 16-year-old. Crazy. Surprised I'm still alive. Still got all my fingers, but and that wood lathe. I don't know how many spindles I made on that thing for. Banister rails and stuff. Banister pieces. There's this planer. Anyway, so like I said, most of the stuff came out of my dad's shop. The only real thing that I had was the two welders, the chop saw, drop saw, and the compressor and the anvil, this table. And this is my second. I used to have an old, it was a Craftsman radial arm saw, and then I got rid of that and bought this DeWalt. And I've got that. That's like a Central Pneumatic. It's not. It's a Husky. I think it's a Husky sander that I bought offline. All right. Well, there you go. There's the table. Real happy with it. I mean, I need to clean up this area here a little bit. Here, might add another shelf down there to get rid of. Move my automotive drip pans and stuff and jacks down below there, and have this for easier access for some maybe my hoses or something. But one thing at a time. Yeah, so I'm real happy with this, the way it's turned out. I got my brake over there. I got Sebastian's vise over here. The doggy trimming station set up there, which was there before and now, but this being 8.5 inches shorter, I can actually set it in line with this group of tools here, instead of having it sit out here and it's behind it. And then the big thing is that, I know my floor is trash, it needs to be repainted, is that I bring the van in and kind of park diagonally like this, and the truck come in, park diagonally like this, and then you just back out in those angles, as opposed to I was having to bring them in straight, which was hard to do because it's just harder to bring them in straight just because of the logistics of the trees and stuff on the outside. But anyway, coming in at an angle is perfect. Like I say, I want to be able to. I try to rotate those casters, but they're not symmetric, the hole spacing. So I need to get another set, maybe a set like that that's rotatable casters. I just want to rotate them 90 degrees so I could pull this whole unit straight out and get to my 4x8 sheets that I got stored behind there easier without having to pull this end out, move it that way a little bit, and then slide them out. It was impossible to do with my van parked because my van would come, just enough for me to get by here. Comes up to about right here someplace. You can see where the tires are sitting. Hot pickup there. It was just enough room to get through here and open that first door. But you couldn't pull this guy out enough to slide it that way to get behind to get the panels out. Anyway, I'm real happy. Got to bring them in. It's raining outside right now, so I'm not going to do it, but I'll show it at some point.